If you guys only knew the book that I'm listening to right now, it's our November book club book. It's insane. Anyways, let's get to the book haul. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Bree, aka the Book Tour, here on YouTube, and today I have a huge book haul for you. I may have been stressed book shopping lately. I literally have 5 bags full of books, plus 3 books that my mom was gonna get rid of that I wanted, so I kind of got them from her. Let me just show you real quick. Like, I have this set up, but like I'm just gonna destroy it to show you what is happening on my floor. Ta-da! I don't know, you guys, it's been rough. It's been a rough month. Okay, November's been a rough month, so let's just get into it, I guess. I think I might be putting myself on a book buying ban next year. Other than my subscriptions and like maybe 3 books or 2 books a month. I don't know, I gotta figure something out because this TBR is ridiculous. But okay, let's get into the book haul, shall we? I'm gonna start with the 3 books that I got from my mom. They're all book of the month books that she just didn't think she would reread and I haven't read, so I was like, hey, can I read those and see if I like them? So the first one is Queen of Thieves by B.Z. Marsh. I have no idea what this is about. I think it's a historical fantasy. But yeah. I know it's the first in a series. Or maybe it's historical fiction, not historical fantasy. An electrifying historical adventure about a ring of bold and resourceful female thieves in post-World War II London. So that should be okay. I literally just had to clear up so much storage on my camera. I need a new SD card so bad. Anyways, then we have Ariadne by Jennifer Saint. My mom read this and said she really did like it, but she didn't think she would read it again. So I am very interested in reading this one. This is obviously a Greek mythology, I think. Sister, lover, traitor, hero is what the back says. So very excited for that. I'm trying to go a little fast. This video is not like 5 hours long. Then we have The Same Bright Stars by Ethan Joella. I will mention I haven't read from any of these authors before, so I'm very excited. This is from the author of A Little Hope, an uplifting and emotionally resonant novel set in a Delaware beach town about a local restaurant owner at a turning point. So this sounds like a really good like summer read. And then we have, this is in no order. These books are from various places. So I got from Target Throne of Secrets by Carrie Maniscalco. I'm very annoyed that this is not a sticker. This does not come out. This is a sticker, but this is not a sticker. But it's fine. I thought this cover, to be quite frank, was a lot prettier than the Barnes & Noble exclusive cover. So, yes. If you know me, you know I read Throne of the Fallen. Did not love it. But because this one's about gluttony, I think this one might be a little more interesting. So, I'm willing to give it another chance. This was also when they had their buy 2 get 1 free sales. So, don't judge me. Then I got January's by Olivia Blake. This is a bunch of short stories, and Vanessa is currently reading it, and she was like, you're gonna love this. Also, look at the end pages. I mean, that's gorgeous. That's absolutely gorgeous. So, yeah. Very excited to read this. I have read one Olivia Blake before. I read The Atlas 6, and I enjoyed it. So, I am excited for this because it is a bunch of short stories. Then I got, obviously, Hexed by Emily McIntyre. This book is based off of King Triton and the Little Mermaid, I believe. Very excited for it. Very, very excited for it. The fact that she wrote this, I think she started writing this after she got diagnosed with breast cancer. I have to support my girl. She's a queen. We love her. She's so sweet on social media. I've never actually met her, but I love her books. I haven't read all of them yet, but they are definitely on my radar for next year. Then from Barnes & Noble, I picked up this book. I've been hearing non-stop about this book and how amazing it is, so they just happened. I don't know if this is a special edition. I'm assuming it is, but this is the one they happen to have. It's called The Will of the Many by James Islington. Yeah, it sounds incredible. There's like a whole map, and it is a colored map, which is kind of cool. At the elite Catanon Academy, a young fugitive uncovers layered mysteries and world-changing secrets in this new fantasy series by best-selling author James Islington. So, very excited to read this. You guys know I love fantasy, and this is very exciting for me. Then I also picked up Nightbane by Alex Astor. As you know, if you watched my video, The 10 Before the End, Lightlark is on that list, and I was watching some reviews of Lightlark and people were like, I did not like Lightlark, but it ended on a cliffhanger, so I read Nightbane, and Nightbane was amazing. So I wanted to give it a fair shot. If I don't like the first book, I want to read the second one and see what I think. And also it just came out in paperback, which is what I have Lightlark in, so you know. And then the last one I got was from that trip, I should say, After by Anna Todd. I saw this and I was like, wow, this is so pretty. I've never read this, but I have watched the TV show, and it's one of those, like, it's so bad it's good. So I wanted to read the book, and also I heard that this is based off of a Harry Styles fanfic, so I love Harry Styles. So consider me sold. Oh, okay. And then I actually got these books from a secondhand bookshop here where I live. So I got The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger, Lord of the Flies by William Golding. Need I say more? These are banned books. Totally recommend picking them up. I also got The Book of Longings by Sue Monk Kidd. I've heard incredible things about this book. I'm not religious, but this is supposed to be about Jesus' wife. I am Anna. I was the wife of Jesus, Ben Joseph of Nazareth. All my life, longings lived inside me, rising up like nocturnes to wail and sing through the night. That my husband bent his heart to come... That's not what I meant. That my husband bent his heart to mine on our thin straw mat and listened was the kindness I most loved in him. What he heard was my life begging to be born. Honestly, this just sounds very poetic and very interesting to me. So it also says, an extraordinary story set in the 1st century about a woman who finds her voice and her destiny, from the celebrated #1 New York Times bestselling author of The Secret Life of Bees and the Invention of Wings. So I will let you guys know what I think about this, but I'm very excited for this one. Then I got a book that I actually have DNF'd, and you may be thinking, Brianna, why did you buy it? Because I think that I read it at a bad time in my life, and this book was literally $6 for a hardback, and it's in pretty good condition. This is Summer Sisters by Judy Blume. This is very much a lit fic type of book about just basically sisterhood and like two friends that are growing up together in like their seasons of life. So I want to give it another shot. I figure I got it secondhand. It's a local bookstore. Like if I don't like it, I'll just donate it or something. But I did want to give it a second shot. Then Jen actually recommended this book to me. This is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, and I definitely want to read this. I'm very, very, very excited. I think this is a banned book as well, which is just insane to me. But this says 16-year-old Star Carter moves between two worlds, the poor black neighborhood where she lives and the fancy suburban prep school where she attends. The uneasy balance between these worlds is shattered when Star witnesses the fatal shooting of her childhood best friend, Khalil, at the hands of a police officer. Khalil was unarmed. Soon afterward, Khalil's death is a national headline. Some are calling him a thug, maybe even a drug dealer and a gangbanger. Star's best friend at school suggests he may have had it coming. When it becomes clear the police have little interest in investigating the incident, protesters take to the streets and Star's neighborhood becomes a war zone. What everyone wants to know is what really went down that night, and the only person alive who can answer that is Star. But what Star does or does not say could destroy her community. It could also endanger her life. So, obviously very true to the times, unfortunately. I'm very excited to read this. I think this is, I'm pretty sure this is YA, but I think this is going to be an absolutely just gut-wrenching read. And then the last book I got from the secondhand bookstore is The Lincoln Highway by Immortals Tools. This just, I last year heard nothing but great things about this book and I never read it. And it came from the bookstore. Oh cute, they put a little bookmark in there. I got it for $7 in hardback. A master of absorbing sophisticated fiction returns with a stylish and propulsive novel set in 1950s America. But yeah, it's blurbed by Ann Patchett, the Oprah Magazine, Louise Edrich, Tana French, the Washington Post. So I'm very excited. I think this is a historical fantasy. Also, it was a read with Jenna pick, which I historically really like her picks. Then the next bag. You guys, I know, it's been a time. I got The Songbird and the Heart of Stone by Carissa Broadbent. This is actually a new series. I thought this was a continuation of the Serpent and the Wings of Night series, or Crowns of Nyaxia, but it's actually not. It's a new duet, book one of the Shadowborn duet, I think is what it says. The sticker is covering it. But, oh, it is a Crowns of Nyaxia novel. I don't know. I haven't read it, but it just came out. I'm very excited. Oh, and then from a thrift store, I picked up a couple books. So I got I Will Find You by Harlan Coben, which is a thriller. Whoa, that scared me. I did not realize that his whole face was there on the back. 5 years ago, an innocent man began a life sentence for murdering his own son. Today, he found out his son is still alive. So that sounds interesting. I also picked up Community Board by Tara Conklin. This cover was just speaking to me. I don't know anything about this, but it sounds really good. Darcy Clipper, prodigal daughter, nearly 30, has returned home to Murbridge, Massachusetts after her life took an unwelcome turn. Murbridge, Darcy is convinced, will welcome her home and provide a safe space in which she can nurse her wounds and harbor grudges, both real and imagined. A wickedly funny, big-hearted novel, Community Board explores unplanned isolation, the dubious comforts of home, and the redemptive power of community with generosity and wit. So I will let you know my thoughts, obviously. This is a short book, so. And then I also was able to pick up Happiness Falls. So I think it was like 3 for $15 at this thrift store. So I got Happiness Falls by Angie Kim. I have not read this yet, but I have been dying to read it. And yeah. Oh, Julia Phillips did a blurb. Sometimes the answer lies in what's unsaid. When a father goes missing, his family's desperate search leads them to question everything they know about him and one another. A riveting page-turner and a deeply moving portrait of a family in crisis. So that sounds great. Oh my gosh, you guys, I forgot about this. I'm so excited about this. I got Mary, An Awakening of Terror by Nat Cassidy. I have legitimately heard nothing but good things about this book. I started the audiobook, loved it. So yeah, I got it. I'm excited. Mary, An Awakening of Terror blends Midsummer with elements of American Psycho and a pinch of I'll Be Gone in the Dark. So, do with that what you will. I also, because I have the rest of the other series in this edition, I got Goldfinch because it's the last book and I just wanted them to match, so I got that. This book looked so interesting to me. This was a monthly pick at Barnes & Noble. It's called This Girl's a Killer by Emma C. Wells. I'm going to read you the back of this just because it sounds so good. Cordelia Black loves exactly 3 things: her chosen family, her hairdresser, worth every penny plus tip, and killing bad men. By day, she's an ambitious farmer rep with a flawless reputation in designer wardrobe. By night, she culls South Louisiana of unscrupulous men, monsters who think they've evaded justice until they meet her. Sure, the evening news may have started throwing around phrases like serial killer, but Cordelia knows that's absurd. She's not a killer, she's simply karma, and being karma requires complete and utter control. This sounds so good. This might be my pick for Reindeer Readathon for my favorite music, because Taylor Swift, this is totally giving karma vibes and like reputation. But when Cordelia discovers a flaw in her perfectly designed system for eliminating monsters, pressure heightens, and it only intensifies when her best friend starts dating a man Cordelia isn't sure is a good person, someone who just might unravel everything she has worked for. Soon enough, Cordelia has to come face to face with the choices she's made, the good, the bad, and the murderous. Both her family and her freedom depend on it. If that doesn't sound incredible, I don't know what would. I really don't. And then because I hate myself, I bought The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood because I just trying to see what I'm getting myself, like trying to see what we're getting into here in America. And then the last book I just picked up because I have been requesting this from the library forever, and it was there, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get it. Brother by Ania Alborn, another book that Jen recommended. So it sounds very intriguing to me. Deep in the heart of Appalachia stands a crooked farmhouse miles from any road. The Moros keep to themselves, and it served them well so far. When girls go missing off the side of the highway, the cops don't knock on their door, which is a good thing, seeing as to what's buried in the Morrows' backyard. But 19-year-old Michael Morrow isn't like the rest of his family. He doesn't take pleasure in the screams that echo through the trees. Michael pines for normalcy, and he's sure that someday he'll see the world beyond West Virginia. When he meets Alice, a pretty girl working at a record shop in the small nearby town of Dahlia, he's immediately smitten. For a moment, he nearly forgets about the monster he's become, but his brother Rebel is all too eager to remind Michael of his place. That's terrifying. Okay. And then the last bag, finally. I got Ring by Koji Suzuki, translated by Robert B. Romer and Glenn Wally. So, first of all, this is such a cute cover. My camera won't focus. There it is. It's such a cute cover. It's meant to look like a VCR type of thing. So Ring was probably, much like many of you all, my very first horror movie that I can remember. At least that scared the crap out of me. So when I found out there was a book, I was like, oh, wait, how did I not know this? Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what this book is about because obviously that's really cool. Because obviously, I mean, if you've seen Ring, you probably know what this book is about, but apparently this is a lot darker than the movie. So why not traumatize my adult self the way I traumatized my childhood self? Then I have this book, which looks so interesting to me. It's called Cultish, The Language of Fanaticism by Amanda Montell. This basically just deep dives into cults and how they start and how people get into them and just all of that stuff. This is insane. Author of the widely praised Word Slut analyzes the social science of cult influence, how cultish groups from Jonestown and Scientologists to Soul Cycle and social media gurus use language as the ultimate form of power. This is obviously nonfiction. This is obviously, yeah, nonfiction. Social science is where I found it, Barnes & Noble, and it just looks really interesting. And then another book that is very interesting to me and is also nonfiction is Mindhunter by John Douglas and Mark Olshaker. Inside the FBI's elite serial crime unit. Apparently this is a Netflix series, and no, this is not a sticker. I know. I'm not even going to read this because it's so messed up, but if you like true crime, you might like this. That's all I'm gonna say. Then, because I had to jump on the bandwagon, I've never seen Wicked. I've never seen the Broadway play. I would love to, but I need to read the book first. And yes, before you come at me in the comments, I know the book is way different than the movie and the play, and I know the play and the movie are very different as well. But I'm one of those people that if I'm gonna see a movie, I'm gonna read the book first. It's just who I am. So I got Wicked by Gregory Maguire. This is such a cute, like, cover. Like, I don't know what it is about this cover, but I love it. And apparently it's a series. Volume 1 in the Wicked years. So, very interesting. Then I got this book because of Vanessa, Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. What a precious name, Olivia Rose Darling. I love that name. You guys, look at this map. Look at this map. Why can't all of our maps look like this? I want to live in this map. And I haven't even read the book. It may be like a terrible world, but I want to live there. But this is a fantasy, obviously. I will find a way to defy death itself to keep you here. We have a deal. That's apparently a quote from the book. So, I think I'm gonna love it. And then I picked up Vicious by V.E. Schwab, because I haven't read this series, this duology yet, and I honestly don't know what I've done with my life until this moment. This is such a well-loved series, and it is a fantasy, but it is set in real life. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you what it's about because I'm sure you've heard of it, but I'm very excited to read this. Okay, and then we've arrived to the final book of this haul, which is the much anticipated, for me personally, The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. I've heard this trilogy is absolutely incredible. This is a fantasy trilogy basically set at the end of the world. I kind of want to go in not knowing much more than that, so I'm not going to read the back of it, but oh my god, I'm so excited. And it was the winner of a Hugo Award, so that's exciting. But yeah, that is my book haul. I don't even want to think about how much money I spent on all these books because it's gonna make me sad, but these books make me happy. So yeah, look for a ton of reading vlogs coming your way because I am on a mission. I'm determined to read all the books on my TBR. I don't know how many times I've said that, but I'm determined, okay? I'm determined it will happen. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. I do have a really exciting bookish gift guide video coming. Hopefully that'll be up before Thanksgiving, but I'm very excited about it. It's taken me probably like 2 weeks to come up with all these ideas, and yeah, I'm really excited about it. So if you need presents for your bookish friends, family members, or yourself, keep an eye out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.